Welcome back to Red Days Beauty Lookout. And so it's the weekend, filming a video, and we're here talking today all about that bronze. So I've got that bronze on. Hope you can see it. We've got a little bit of a different lighting situation. I hope it's good. We're going to be talking about some bronze today. So I'm going to be talking about the Fenty Beauty bronzers, the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. So make sure you subscribe, you like, you leave a comment. Let me know if you have those bronzers. But first, I'm going to show you a little something that I think is really special. I picked up when I was in Sephora. I wanted to see these, and I swatched a couple of them, and this one was the one that really grabbed me. Now, when you actually put this in your hand, it's going to really intimidate you. So I just want to show you, and I'm going to show you by putting it on. I don't normally do a lot of this kind of stuff, but you can see it's kind of got like a darker color. This is the Copacabana bronze, but this is by Sol de Janeiro. And I want to say, I put up an Instagram picture, and it was about my April favorites. And Sol de Janeiro was the first company to say, thanks, we are so glad that you're loving your glow. So thank you to Sol de Janeiro, because, sorry, I'm butchering your name, but they actually responded. And you know, it's really important when companies are appreciative that you're spending your hard-earned money on their products. This is $35, but it is so good. And so I'm going to go ahead and squirt a little bit out. I'm going to show you the color. That is the color of the product. Now I'm going to rub it together in my hands. I'm going to show you my hands if you'll see that. So I'm going to put it on and just show you the bronze that it gives you. It just really gives you a nice bronze. It just really kind of gives you this wonderful bronze. And if you're about my skin tone especially, you will just love this product. I mean, it is so beautiful on the skin. It just bronzes you up, makes you beautiful, and it just, I love it. Love it so much. So I just think that anybody would love this. And I mean, I'm going to go ahead and put some on my shoulders and on my chest. I may even get a little bit more just so we have a nice bronzy appearance. But with all these glow products out there, I definitely can put my stamp of approval on this one. Just so you can see, I know that the product looks intimidating, but it doesn't leave smearing. It doesn't leave any kind of horrible lines. It just really blends into your skin, and it just is so beautiful, and it gives you that lovely bronze. So I wanted to show you that product since we are talking about that bronze. Now I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my hands because I'm going to be swatching bronzers, but I will apply some more when I leave the house because we don't want my hands to look funny. But I want to talk about some bronzers today and what I think that you guys might be interested in regarding the Fenty Beauty bronzer and the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer. But I want to talk about the prices and what I'm hearing and what I think about these bronzers. Okay, I do own both. I am wearing this one today. I have worn both several times, and I think they are both very lovely products and what they perform like. If I can get in the package, I'm apparently having a senior moment. So one of the things that I have noticed about Fenty products is they're very hard to open, especially if you do have any kind of nails. Okay, if you hear any kind of noise outside of here, my sons are home today. It's the weekend. So I have mine in the shade Island Ting, and I think it's beautiful on my skin. You do. These are very soft pressed powders, and so you can build them up. You can wear them sheer. So I do like the color that I chose. I think this was the immediate color that I kind of went for, and I stuck to it, and this is what I got. I kind of thought about getting the smaller size with the stick, the cream stick, but I chose this one because I think this is the one that I think is perfect for me. So this is the one I went for. The Fenty bronzers are $30 and they're matte. They come in 8 shades, and so you can pick from like a neutral, a more cool, or a more warm. So I think a lot of the hype is the brand because it is Fenty and it's Rihanna. I think the shade range is another reason that these are so hyped up. The finish, the ability to get such a soft finish, and then you have a lot of influencers hyping this product up. So I think that is a lot of the reason that these products are so hyped up. So I think that is one reason that a lot of people are picking these up. You hear a lot of influencers talking about these Fenty bronzers. So that's one reason I think these are very popular. But are they worth it? That's what I'm talking about. So you definitely are going to hear my son's truck outside cranking up because it's very loud. But they are incredibly soft. So that is definitely true. You can see the pigment. I'm going to swatch it. And there you have Island Ting. Now, this shade is absolutely perfect for me. It's matte. It's everything that it claims to be. And I think that it's perfect on my skin. It definitely blends out. And I think that I got my money's worth in the bronzer. I like the ingredients in it. So when I searched Sephora, it had a 4.5 star rating. So that I want to tell you and let you know. Some of the influencers who have currently reviewed this would be Mel Thompson, and she did a very thorough review. The other one that I watched who was very interesting was Miriam. I'm not going to butcher her last name. I'm going to put a picture up. She also did a very thorough review, and what was interesting was kind of watching Miriam, and she also had the issue with trying to pull the packaging open. So that was one of the first things I noticed. So they both did very thorough reviews. Mel absolutely is hardcore for these bronzers, and so these are one of her favorites right now. I'm going to insert Mel's video. You know I love Mel, so I definitely want you to watch her, and you know she's one of my absolute favorite creators. I want you to watch. She did a very thorough review, and she's using a couple different shades. So she has kind of already picked out her shades that she knows are going to work in both seasons. Also, I'm going to insert Miriam's video because she's going to give you kind of her opinions. I think that Fenty kind of sent her shades that really didn't match her skin tone. She also got Island Ting, and I think she probably should have went a shade up, but she also got the shades lower, and she's definitely darker than I am. So I think she really couldn't get a good gauge on what these bronzers can perform like. But I think maybe if she'd gotten shades up. But I definitely want you to watch both videos and kind of see what your opinions are on these bronzers. Alright, so then we talk about, oh, I thought I had this on silent. That's rookie. So then we talk about the Too Faced Natural Lust and the differences. So when it comes to the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer, this is gorgeous. Of course, another stunning package. It has the peacock on it. As you can see, people rave about the peacock. I just think it's very like old, classic looking packaging, very, stunning. Then you open it up and it has the peacock inside as well. And you have this like supposed to be shimmery and then the matte side. But of course I've only blended it together. I have worn this several times and I can tell you that it's probably my favorite Too Faced bronzer. It is very beautiful. But the one thing that I have really thought about hard is there's only one shade of this bronzer. So how are people who are lighter than me or darker than me going to pick this up and wear it? And so I really started thinking about that, and So the more I thought about it, the harder it made this a purchase. You know, I thought, you know, because a lot of people talked about the pigment and it not being very pigmented, and that's when I started seeing in reviews. And so, like, even on my skin, I'm gonna swatch it over here. It's very soft. It's a sheeny bronzer. Now it's right here, and you can barely see that. So it is beautiful. I think it's my favorite Too Faced bronzer, like I said, but probably during the summer you won't be able to see it on me even. So with that being said, I wonder how anybody deeper than me or anybody really light is able to wear this bronzer. So I don't know. I'm very curious why that hasn't been brought up, why they didn't do a light, medium, and deep in their collection. You know, like with the new Glowgasm palette, they did a light and a deep. I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't been clocked for that, but this is $34. It is a giant pan. It's 18 grams of product. It is a satin. It's very beautiful on my skin, but now I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering if I should, you know, what I should say about it. But again, Miriam reviewed this, so I'm going to include her video. Another person who I've included before, Jenna Farisi, she also is in love with this. I'm going to include her video, as well as Babs Beauty. I'm going to include her video. She is in love with it, so I'm going to include their videos as well because they love this product. But I just wonder about deeper skin tones and lighter skin tones, how well this is going to work, like on super fair complexions and on really deep complexions. You know, I don't know, Too Faced. I think that's what I really just have to say about this bronzer, and that's where I'm going to leave it with that one. But back to the Fenty. Worth your money? For me, absolutely. I think I will eventually hit pan on this bronzer. I think it is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I definitely think that the packaging, while it is gorgeous aesthetically, I think that the way it hooks right here needs some work, because I know a lot of people say people with nails, but even if my nails were shorter, I think I would still have difficulty opening it. So I think that needs work, but other than that, I definitely think that this is gorgeous. Now, I still love my Balm Oliver, but it is definitely a different tone. It's much cooler, so it's definitely not the same undertone. So I would much say that this is a different tone altogether. And so, but if you're looking for an affordable bronzer, search the Balm and see if you can get a discount. They often run discounts on their bronzers, and their formula is fantastic. You know, there are affordable options, and you don't have to spend the money on something like Fenty or Too Faced. But if you are able to, then yeah, it's probably worth your money, and the Lookout would say it's formula approved. And if you want a matte bronzer, then yes. If you are looking for a satin, this is a beautiful formula, but if your skin tone is not comparable, then this is not going to work for you. I have a friend that I don't think that this formula would work for, so I have a couple friends that I know would love the bronzer, but it wouldn't work for their skin tone, so I think that stinks. So I love Too Faced, and I love a lot of their products right now, and I think that stinks. Again, if you are looking for a great body oil, this Glow Oil is not sticky. My skin feels great. I smell great. smells wonderful. So this Glow Motions is definitely Lookout approved. It is a little bit pricey, but it feels wonderful. It smells wonderful, and I have a beautiful bronze. Look at that. So I definitely would suggest that. But I definitely think that the Fenty bronzer is beautiful. I am wearing the Cookie Highlight, if you see that. So I just wanted to hop on and kind of talk bronzers, and I have my hair pulled back so you can see the bronze. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and it kind of gave you some insight into bronzers and my thoughts on them. So until next time, I'm gonna drop some of those videos for you, particularly Miriam and Mel, and I'm gonna drop Jenna and Babs so you can check those out as well, so you can see why they're loving the Too Faced and the Fenty bronzers. And until next time, bye.